Casey funny, yeah. Casey funny, yeah.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. It is Saturday, May 25th, 2024. We are Spade of Spades Podcast. We are back with another edition of our beautiful program. We have a special guest in the building. Jay, my brother. Welcome to the program, sir.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. The greatest, man. So any day that you can wake up and get into what you love doing, man, that's what it is. So I appreciate y'all having me. Shout out to Darlene for making this happen.
Darlene, shout out to you, Queen. You know how we feel about you. We love you. Thank you for linking us up with this brother. Real recognizes.
Happy belated.
Yeah, happy belated birthday, darling. Happy belated.
It was like
It's Gemini season.
It was 9 different people's birthday yesterday.
Listen, my so
Daryl, I was
yeah.
like, God, how many
So
people's birthday is it today?
so Darlene's birthday just passed. My niece's birthday was on the 21st. My sister's birthday is tomorrow. Remember Aunt, Big Aunt?
What ant?
I think his birthday just passed.
What ant are you talking about?
It's like 50 million.
You have to be
I want
so-
to say Ant Gold. I want to say his birthday just passed.
Recipe.
Yeah, I want to say his birthday just passed. My father's birthday's coming up.
My dude's birthday coming up.
Man, I mean, Gemini season is crazy.
in effect, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's two sides to them, but I ain't gonna get into all that. A May Gemini and a June Gemini is completely different. Completely
That's
different.
For every sign, though. I feel like every sign.
Yeah, because I'm an Aries, so a March Aries and an April Aries are completely different.
Yeah, y'all asshole levels.
Hold on, time out. What?
What?
What you mean asshole level?
Y'all asshole levels is different.
It's completely different.
Yeah, with March and April, like, because y'all know y'all assholes, right?
Are we?
Aries are assholes.
No, we not, bro. Don't do us like
Aries
that.
are assholes. I love y'all, but y'all assholes.
How are we?
bro.
Okay, how are we assholes?
Because y'all extremely stubborn, and y'all. Don't
I agree.
know-
I agree with that.
And y'all don't know how to take advice, but want to give it.
Hold on, time out.
Hold on.
Wait, what? Time out.
Yeah.
You talking about April Aries? Hold on, what?
I'm talking about Aries, period. I'm talking
Hey,
about
listen.
Aries, period. The Aries I
Come
know.
on, bro. Don't do it. Am I like that? Be honest.
No, not that much. It's slightly in you, but it's
Okay.
not that much.
All right.
It's not that much. So I'm guessing, Brian, you are an Aries.
Of
I am
course.
fully April Aries.
Of course.
Okay. Well, what I know, Brian not like that. As I know him. You know what I'm saying? He
What's
might
up,
be
y'all?
different outside.
What's
I
good?
don't know. But the Aries I know, man.
Here's what I'll say about us. We are extremely passionate.
That's true. That's very
Extremely passionate. And so if we love you and we care about you, we on your ass.
Mhm.
Like Like if we feel as though you falling short, we gonna let you know. We gonna let you know. It might not
That's for sure.
it might not always come out how it should,
I ain't gonna
but
keep shit to yourself.
no, not at all.
For sure.
If we there with you,
For
we
sure.
gonna let you know. Hey, you falling short. Let's do better. But we are very, very stubborn.
Yeah.
We're very, very stubborn. We're very, very headstrong. But through all of that, we're very, very loyal. Very loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I mean, we get a bad rap. I don't understand it because I guess it gets confused with like, oh, toxic masculinity or
Y'all
all
very
this
blunt.
all this other made up stuff, huh?
Y'all blunt.
Yeah, we are. We are.
So sometimes that can come off being assholey.
Or
You know what I'm saying? But I got love for y'all. I ain't saying I didn't have love for y'all. Y'all was like, whoa, hey. I was like, I got love for y'all.
No, because
You know what I'm saying?
we get a bad rap, and that's you know that's a strong misconception that's out there about us, that we're toxic and we're controlling and we're narcissistic and like first of all, if you're not a doctor, who are you to call anybody a narcissist? You have to be that is a medical term. You are not.
Is it?
It is. So when you hear people say, "Oh, you're a narcissist," are you a doctor? Like that's a real life condition, like bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder. So we talked about this before on the show, but we gotta be careful with things that we say and how we say it. Like, "Oh, you're this and you're that."
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because are you qualified to even say that?
That's a fact.
Just to have a talking point or just to prove something.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, even now, with me being on this spiritual journey that I'm on, now I try to be careful with what I say in the sense of labeling somebody as something. Because at the end of the day, who am I to judge anybody? Only man I can judge us is the man upstairs. Because he's the one that's keeping breath in our body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm at with it. But, yeah, we solid folks overall, bro. We solid. We loyal. Aries, that is. So, I know you disagree, but,
Look, no, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. A couple of my friends are Aries. My favorite cousin is an Aries, so you know what I'm saying. I got love for y'all, man.
Good people.
It's not like I don't feel like it's an Aries that I don't like as a person.
Okay.
Like it's other signs that I can name. Like I don't like that motherfucker. But you know what I'm saying? It's no Aries that I can say.
Hey, listen.
I don't.
This is Freestyle Saturday.
You know what I'm saying?
This is Freestyle Saturday. So
I hate cancers. Cancer men.
Oh my goodness.
Cancer men.
Cancers?
We the exact opposite. So, but the women I can deal with. The men.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Slim. Furniture movement. They some bitches, man. I'm telling you, bro. Man, my nephew's sperm donor. I'm telling you. Next time I see him, it might be a misunderstanding. I ain't gonna hold you.
Jay, what you think, bro?
I mean, I feel like everybody's supposed to try to at least understand each other.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole notion with like the zodiac thing is like we get too caught up in it.
Yeah.
It's not the end all be all.
It's not the end all be all. Like, oh my gosh, you're this sign, so I can't talk to you, or you're this, so I can't do that. I feel like everybody has the traits within itself, and it's like the person that you're trying to really truly become, focus on that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that sometimes we don't do that. So it's just like we look for that elsewhere, and we're not willing to do the inner work ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So if we do the inner work ourselves, then we can attract anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what are we willing to work on to be that? It's like, oh, I've been looking and trying to find this person or trying to find that, but the steps I haven't been able to take to be that, that's where my victimization comes in. That's where my excuses come in and things like that. So,
See,
yeah, man.
hit that bell. When I say great minds think alike, this is why, see, I'm speaking to the ladies. Because a lot of them watch our program. And that's because what they're getting from us, they're not really getting anywhere else. In terms of the rawness, the authenticity. You know, we're not celebrities, right? We're everyday working guys that are out here living in this world. And so I was talking to my barber yesterday, shout out to Devin, and I was telling him that what we see in our society currently is our sisters are programmed to be afraid of us.
That's heavy.
And
That's a bop, by the way. Go ahead.
And I was saying this on the last show. Jay, I can walk down the street. A woman could be approaching me. The chances of her looking at me in my eye and speaking is slim to none. Because they are conditioned, or they are being conditioned and programmed to fear us. Why would you fear someone who looks like you, who has similar experiences as you, who's in the same ancestral line as you, who at the end of the day really doesn't want anything but to do for you?
Because there's been so many people that so many instances that the dudes that look like them and they're from them and their ancestral plane has done some bodily harm to either them or women they know. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why women the way they are now. It's just trying to break that down so for the right person it's the problem. Because it was a lot of foolishness going on with us. You know what I'm saying? Putting our hands on them, treating them all type of way. That's why they became so hard. And, you know, and more people, like, especially our age, we not with that. You know what I'm saying? Not most of us. We more trying to, you know, bond. And we gain more of the soft, and they get more hard. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta blame a lot of our peers, other men, for that. You know what I'm saying? For creating that. Now, I think it becomes a lot where it's women that didn't even experience that just automatically have that personality trait for no reason or because that's all they saw. You know what I'm saying? So that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? That's an issue.
And Jay, I'm gonna let you go in a second. It is an issue. And what I've said before is that there's a large population of our sisters who are sleeping with the same type of guy.
The stats prove it.
Right. So if you're sleeping with the same type of guy, you're reproducing with the same type of guy, well, all the other guys who you are not even privy to in the community that really is good for you, you put them in the box with the guys you're sleeping with, thinking that, okay, well, all of y'all must be the same way. Mm-hmm. And we're not. It's just the expectations you have of that guy who isn't fit to do the job is unrealistic, because you feel as though and you think that you can get a man to do and be what you want him to be. And that's not the case. He has to make himself become and be what he wants to be, so that way he can be that for you. Mm-hmm. And it naturally blends. But part of what we're seeing in our society is, you know, our women, they're making more money than ever. They are more educated than ever, even more educated than us, right? And so they feel as though, okay, well, I succeeded in the classroom by doing this. I can succeed in my personal love life by creating this narrative that, okay, I want this guy to be this, not only for me, but for himself. And that doesn't really work like that. Now, they can, if they're in a position where they're more successful financially,
it's good, fool.
They can help us get to where we want to go, right? This whole narrative of, okay, well, I don't want to build a man up. Sometimes, in this current climate, ladies, you don't have to do it, but if you're more educated than us, more than ever, in a lot of sense, if you're making more money than us, because the whole
what's wrong with guiding them to the promise?
Right, because the talking point still is, okay, well, there's a pay gap. The pay gap doesn't exist no more. You got women becoming CEOs more now than ever before. So where's the pay gap? Where I work, the top two where I work are women. So this whole notion that there's still a pay gap, that's not true, right? So if you're coming to the table,
Is it not true, or is this just not as big as it
it's
was
not
in
true.
the past?
It's not true. It's not true. The pay gap doesn't exist anymore, right? And then the other thing is too, for the most part, women are doing the same type of work, right? So if you're doing the same type of work, then there's going to be a smaller subset of women out there who actually are experiencing a gap in pay between them and a man. So I know I was very, very long-winded and all of that, but what's your thoughts on our social problems we're having?
I feel like a lot of it is misunderstanding and trauma transfer. That's what I think.
Trauma transfer.
Trauma transfer. It's
That
definitely
part.
It's definitely trauma transfer.
That part.
So prime example, like for me coming up,
Yep.
my mother's American, my father's Haitian. You know what I'm saying? So like you have cultural things too. You know what I'm saying? A man is supposed to do this, a woman's supposed to do that, and like you just sat there and said, with the majority of women now, what they probably have seen, okay, they probably were in households where, okay, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like I don't need this person for that.
Yeah.
I don't need
Speaking
this
to
person.
the mic a little bit.
I don't need this person for that. I don't need this person for this. My bad, y'all. I don't need a person for this. I don't need a person for that. So when it come down to it, it's like this whole notion of everything has to be 50-50, I disagree with.
Yeah.
And the reason why I disagree with that is because there's certain days where she may have to be 80 and you may have to be 20.
Thank you.
I
said that.
may mentally be there.
Yeah.
But not physically there.
Yeah.
She may not mentally be there, but she's physically there. And we have to
Yeah.
be present, and we have to know how to show up for each other. And that's what that comes down to. So understanding what relationships mean when it comes to effective communication, because it's really a conversation. Then everything else transpires to like, okay, cool, listening to understand as opposed to reply.
Facts.
You're gonna be combative. If I'm gonna be a commander and you're a commander, this ain't gonna work.
Call in.
Somebody
Call
gotta
in.
have to be empathetic. Somebody has to have some type of connection and things like that. So like I said, what's up, world? I'm a motivational speaker. So like I said, I see a lot of this stuff, and I'm glad to, like I said, chime in on this stuff.
So real quick before we move further, Jay, introduce yourself to those who don't know who you are. Give some background on where you're from. How'd you get into motivational speaking and community activism and things of that sort?
Yeah, so what's up, world? My name is Jason Borsico, a.k.a. J Flow, 301 MD, from Hyattsville, Maryland.
It's in the water.
You know what I'm saying? I was born in Hyattsville, moved to Glen Arden.
It's in the water.
With the Grind Hard Dream Big, basically, the brand that started in 2020, July 5th, 2020. Started doing motivational videos on Instagram, and one day led to the next. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like each and every single day, doing motivational videos, which led to a podcast in November 6th, 2020. And then literally,
Yes, sir.
was able to do community work. Shout out to my mentor, Ms. Kimberly Marshall, my community mentor, being able to feed the homeless, take kids to Dave & Buster's, backpack drives, youth summits, and things like that. The reason why I work with the youth is because I needed to help my younger self. Those things that I didn't take advantage of when I was a youngin', I'm seeing now that they got all the access to, but they don't really have the guidance.
Right.
It's a lot of, people that are just moving just to move, and they're being unintentional about their moves. They're not thinking about my future. I'm just thinking about today. I'm just thinking about, the next meal I can get. They're in survival mode, as opposed to just thinking like long term. So just being able to provide the resources, being who I needed when I was younger, most importantly being who God called me to be, but empowering them through, affirmations, positive words, being able to speak to them and things like that. And I never really thought that because, like I said, coming up in school, I was hard-headed. I ain't really like to listen to my teachers, things like that. But, through the grace of my guidance counselor, my college professor, my geometry teacher, and my principals, I was able to, graduate from Flowers. Shout out to Flowers, and then graduate from Bowie State University and get my degree in communications, and now work, with youth. So, like I said, God is good, and He was just working on me. So I feel like now is just to speak, to help, inspire, motivate, and connect, be that bridge. People around my age, we kind of look at the next generation or whatever. We got Generation X.
Yep.
We got millennials, us.
Yep.
We got Gen Z. So
Yep.
I look at it as embracing the bridge, giving them something to walk on. Because if we don't give them something to walk on, they're going to fall.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. It seems like you got a lot of wisdom for a Jaguar.
Hey, man, hey. Shout out to Flowers, man. Like I said, man, shout out to Flowers.
I'm sorry.
It's all good, though. It's all love, man.
I'm sorry.
It's in the water.
Pumas, Raiders, and Jaguars, I hate.
It's all good, man.
I hate with passion.
We all animals in the zoo, though, bro. It's okay, though. We all animals in the zoo. It's all right, though, right?
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Hopefully it wasn't like a football athletic thing, maybe.
It was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Hopefully it wasn't like a playoff joke.
It was.
Oh,
It was.
okay. I'm just saying, I don't know. I was just saying, I don't know what the sport was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Football.
Okay. Well, I apologize, you know what I'm saying? We could get past that, man. That was
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? We in the now, so we could be better in the future.
Oh man.
It's
Yeah.
only been like, 14 years.
It's all good, man.
Yeah.
Still in my spirit, but what's the name? I had seen a video where the dude was like, men love more authentically than women. And when he said that, I was like, I think so, but let me see why you say that. He started breaking it down. He was like, women just love being loved. You know what I'm saying? So it's easily to replace that love with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? With us, it's not really like that. Because when he broke it down, I was like, that's so true. When we figure out we actually in love, it's not
live on your phone if you want.
it's not really a happy moment when you find out you love Shawty. You're like, dang, I love Shawty. Because with us, we provide and we protect. So when we in love with somebody,
It's not really a happy moment.
it's more like I'm willing to die for this person, and they don't have that responsibility when it comes to love. With us, that type of love, we're willing to die for that person. So we're not that acceptable just to put anybody in that position. You know what I'm saying? That's where when it comes to cheating, they say that women, when they cheat with their heart. We just cheat with our penis. Because we're not easy one to replace that love. Being irresponsible with your sexual energy, that don't mean you don't love shawty. That just means you don't know how to be disciplined in your sexual energy.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah.
It's really hard for us to just love another person. Literally, like, actually be in love with that person. Because it takes a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? The responsibility of us being in love and them being in love is night and day. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I think that's heavy. I think that, when it come down to it, it's like you said earlier, with the, women just doing it, just, like I said, it come from an emotional standpoint. Like they mentally had tapped out already. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? From
not saying that they don't.
Yeah, not saying that they don't, right? But it's just like they mentally tapped out, so it's easier for them. And I think that, with us and like, this is a beautiful thing because like I said, men just talking about this in general, we need more people to, talk about this stuff. Yeah. It's just the notion of understanding like self-control, understanding that from us, right? Because it's like, okay, what is it that we are trying to do? Like, you said spirituality. I'm on that journey as well. Yeah. So like I said, reading the Bible and things like that, I'm like, yo, this is like the realest book ever. Like, yo. So like striving, to be an Ephesians man, looking for a Proverbs woman. Oh my! You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like you gotta understand that. So like, an Ephesians man, an Ephesian man is literally somebody that is walking in purpose,
just-
has
yeah.
purpose, understands all of those things. And the Proverbs woman is willing to just have the wisdom and literally assist you all facets of your life. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I can just be in this department
Thank you,
alone,
bro.
that's not good. That may not be good for me. I may need you to sit there and, cover the emotional support, cover the spiritual
Thank you.
support, cover the physical
Yeah.
and mental, and understand that on a day-to-day basis. And understand that I'm a work in progress. I'm not the finished product.
You would never be a finished
You're not
product.
going to be the finished product.
Right.
So, like, the whole notion of, like you said, building someone, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just understanding, like, okay, I see what you're doing. Here you go. You said that you wanted the journal. Okay, cool. Here's a journal for you. These little things, paying attention to the details on both sides. Like, I see where you're trying to go. I may not see your ultimate play, but you talked about this. I can hold you accountable by having a conversation.
Yes.
It may not necessarily just be tell me what I need to hear, but not only tell me what I want to hear.
Right.
Because that will also help me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get further. Tell me what I need to do, and don't sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me what it is. You could be blunt, but like I said, for us, it comes with effective communication.
Yeah.
If we do not know how to effectively communicate, then it's going to be a commander versus a commander, as opposed to somebody having empathy and connectedness and understanding, okay, look, you hurt me here, and I want to let you know how you hurt me, or, hey, look, you hurt me here,
Right.
and I want to let you know how you hurt me, and then we could correct that, because I think when we get into these debates and arguments, it's not about literally trying to prove your point.
Thank you.
Because like I said, when you prove your point,
Thank you.
that's so much energy wasted.
Thank you.
It's too much energy wasted.
See,
we could just walk past.
It's to
and be
get
like,
to a
cool.
solution.
Right. Yes. Let's solve the problem. What's the problem?
Let's get to the solution.
Yeah.
Let's not like, I'm right and I'm wrong. No, how about we get to a point where we can move forward amicably? You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That we can be good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're not having this conversation just to argue.
Right.
We're trying to get to a point where we don't have to get to this point ever again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have empathy on what I'm going through, and I would try to have empathy where you going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of relationships go wrong for me just, you know what I'm saying, in the background, looking at certain situations. It's empathy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that lack empathy.
Yeah. You have to
And,
have that.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what you went through as a kid and all that, but if you want to grow and have a successful relationship, you got to have empathy for the other person. Just not even just relationship far as, you know what I'm saying, a love relationship. Any relationship, you got to have empathy for that person.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Your friend, your sister, your brother, your co-worker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to have empathy in this world to understand what a certain person's coming from and what they're going through. So you can be able to have, success with that person, or just be positive. You know what I'm saying?
And I agree with that. And like you were saying earlier, like, I think it's a difference between, like, likes and wants and need and love. You know what I'm saying? Those are two different things. And I think that you like someone, you tolerate somebody. I don't know how y'all feel about that, but like, you like somebody, you tolerate somebody, or you like someone, so you tamper with. Okay, I like you. It's an idea. But then when you love someone, you commit to the person. You've accepted the good, the bad, the ugly. You understand how to cope with all of that. And you're willing to accept all of that and realize that, okay, one day it's a sunny day. Another day it's going to rain. Right. Oh, my gosh, it's a tornado, but still weather the storm regardless, because at the end of the day, nature is nature, and there's still beauty in nature regardless.
See, you brought up the commander analogy. If the expectation is that I'm supposed to be the head, right? Doesn't mean that I'm better than you, but I'm the head of the home. I'm out in front. I would take the bullets. I would take the daggers. I would take everything I need to take to protect you and our home. If I'm supposed to be the commander, and yet you're bringing that same energy in terms of how you talk to me, how we communicate with one another, not only is that going to create confusion, but it's not going to work. because if I come home from work and I'm on 10 because I had a terrible day at work.
I don't need you to be on 10.
Exactly. I don't need you to pile on
What I'm already going through. And then ask me,
okay, but what did you do wrong? What? What do you mean, what did I do wrong? I'm already in a bad mood. What I need from you is to bring me down, and vice versa. If you're on 10 because of something you went through at work, it is my job to lower your temperature, right? We both cannot be here under any circumstance, because if we're both here, something's going to go wrong. Somebody's going to say something they don't mean. Somebody's going to do something they don't mean, and you're going to destroy your home, right? So for the ladies listening, if you have a beg to differ mentality, you're not going to succeed in any relationship. You're not going to get married if you want to get married. You're not going to find your person. Because if you have to go back and forth about absolutely everything with us, you are going to quickly find yourself getting ghosted, right? Because what is misunderstood about us naturally is that black men, we are very, very peaceful. If you look at our history, we've always been like that. However, there's a small population of us out there that makes us look bad. And the media, the world, the rest of the world uses that as a talking point to say, see,
that's everybody. That's how black men are. Period.
Right, to say, see, they're aggressive, they're violent. No, that's not our nature. Like we want peace at the end of the day. So when we say be our peace, like we really mean be our peace, because that's how we are. The last thing we want to do in our homes is start a fire in our own home. If we have to put out a fire, sometimes literally outside of our home, and we have to come home and do the same thing, well, that's why you'll find us at the bar. That's why you'll find us at the strip club. That's why you'll find us at our boys' house, the barbershop.
Hooping.
Wherever we can go to find peace. Mm-hmm. That's why that first choice is to go there and not come home to you, because you are not peaceful. You are argumentative. You want to debate everything. You want to show how strong you are, when your strength is in your femininity. Your strength is not in how much money you make. Your strength is not in what business you have. Your strength is not in what degrees you have or what material items you have. Your strength is in what you are at your core. And if you are not that, you are failing.
I'm glad you bring that. I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, we should treat it like doubles in tennis. You ever seen Serena Williams and Venus play doubles? So
yeah,
there's one person to step up as in the front of the court, and the other person is in the back of the court.
Good metaphor. Yeah.
Just because you're in the back, that doesn't mean you're less important than me. That means you're playing the role so we can succeed.
That's a bar.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I'm up front. There's all the real blunt and crazy shit happening. I'm right here, bang, bang, bang. But you back up, you clean up. You just important. Because if it get past me, I'm going to need you, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you.
I really hate when women, when you say you have to be the lead, it's like, I'm your master. No, I'm just the person to lead, because you're just important, just as important as me. Just a different position. Just because you play a different position don't mean it's a lesser position.
Thank you.
That part right there.
You know what I'm saying?
That part right there. I think a lot of people, but that don't even necessarily mean like that go with people in general.
Yeah.
Like, literally, like anything that you do, you should never feel less than. You should never feel less than.
It's just a different position. Because I need you right here. I can't need you right here. Something miss. Ain't nobody back there.
No one.
Ain't nobody back there.
No one.
And now the problem just became exponentially worse. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I messed that word up, but
it's all good.
Way worse than it would have had to be.
You know what you mean? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So play your role. Just because you play a role, don't mean it's a lesser role. You should put that on a T-shirt.
See,
Put that on a T-shirt. You with me?
See, the most. I'm gonna go to football real quick.
Yes, sir.
The most important position on the field is the backup quarterback, because at any moment the starter can get hurt. Right?
You as good as your what?
Huh?
You as good as your what?
What, Winkus Link? Right. So, in terms of the home, if something happens to me, you're next up. Right? So, if you are emotionally unintelligent, and if you are unhinged as a woman, if something happens to me and you're not able to pick our home up and proceed on, whether I get terminally ill, whether I'm sick and I can't work, or whether I die, if you're not able to pick up the pieces and move the home forward without me, then I married the wrong person, ultimately.
Yeah. Are you Nick Foles or are you Dan Orlovsky? Two different things. Are you gonna run out of bounds in the end zone? You know what I'm saying? Or when I get hurt, you gonna take the squad to the Super Bowl
And win it.
You hear me?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a person to have.
But that's why you gotta like I said, when it came back to like the Bible, like,
right,
you know, for the men to really focus on trying to be the Ephesians man, what are those characteristics? Like, what is those characteristics of the man? And then, like, for the Proverbs woman, what are those characteristics? So it's like the person that you are trying to find, you have to literally focus and become, and that person will arrive on God's time.
And
really will arrive.
I'm glad you brought that up, Jay, because
we got to go to work. We got to go to work.
We do. And at the very beginning of the show, you brought up doing the work.
Yeah.
And last show, we talked about taking care of home, right? And when we say take care of home, that means ourself. If you're taking care of your home within yourself first,
what's up, Pete?
Anything you want and that you desire out of a woman is going to come naturally. Because I think a lot of times in our society, we spend a lot of times putting our energy into forcing something to work, forcing something to fit, and it's not organic. It's not natural, right? Because like you said, because we like somebody. Just because I like you doesn't mean you're right for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're the right woman for me to spend the rest of my life with. Sure, I like a lot of people, right? But it does not mean that they're right for me long term.
Call in, B.
And we're not able to decipher that on a mass level because of what is pushed in our society in terms of how someone is supposed to look. What are they supposed to have? What are they? How many followers do they have? And all those things that really don't matter. Because when we was on with the OG, shout out to the OGs, 420 Friendly Radio. Come on Wednesdays at 9:00. Tune in. But when we was on with the OGs, I was basically saying that I just lost my train of thought. We overall, as men, we're so stuck on. Okay, we're so stuck on how somebody looks, and that's important because we're visual creatures, right?
Yeah.
But what it comes down to is if you're not able to make a home, and it's my job to get the home, it doesn't matter how you look. It's gonna fall apart because there's no foundation to it.
You got a call.
Yep.
Yo.
Oh,
Yo,
what's going on with y'all?
what up?
What up, though? Man, you preaching over there, huh, Vic?
Hold on, who this?
You
What's
know
going
what
on?
this is. Hear him again.
Man, Paris.
What's good?
Yeah, family.
What's up,
Everything
my-
good? We can barely hear you, bro.
What's up,
Speak
my
a little
boy?
bit.
Man, yeah. And I'm doing all right, brother. I'm doing all right. Good to hear from y'all.
Yeah, good to hear you from.
Nah,
hear
it's
from you,
good
bro.
to hear from you, brother. Hey,
Nah.
congratulations on the job, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Congrats.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, you know. Big things coming, you know.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, we want you on the show. I know you out of the state, but like once you come back to the crib, we gotta get you on the show somehow, some way.
Oh, no question. You know, I got to pull up and talk. You know, a lot of jewels to dish out, a lot of things I've learned over this time period. So, you know, it's great to be a blessing to somebody. You know that.
Yes, sir.
AP, real quick for people listening, because people don't realize how far me and P go back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm talking about real small playing football. So like,
But no, I'm bored.
man, give everybody some brief background on how far we go back, bro.
Bro, so, you know, for the Grand Bulldogs, you know, that's the little league team around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, me and Vic played with them. We had a 75-pound.
Yeah.
Then the 110-pound,
Yep.
and then you know, 7-on-7s.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, the recreation center was how we stayed out of trouble.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a
point
fact.
blank,
I
like
pay for KLM.
yeah, like it's, you know, the recreation center. Good on Rec saved a whole lot of kids, man,
It
from
does.
doing a whole lot of things that just could have went left. You know, it's a lot of kids in Glenarm neighborhood. Like point blank, it's at least 100.
Yeah.
You know, at least in our time period, it's like 40 on one side, another 30 piece on the other side. You still got to go across the ways
Yep.
to the rec side, folks. So, you know, it saved a lot of kids from doing a whole lot of crazy things. And, you know, from that, I did I did middle school. I ain't see y'all for about 2 years, and then I ran back into it when I got to Duval. So,
Yep.
it's been a crazy ride.
Yes.
But I think you and Shayla about the longest. My longest friends that I've had, I don't know Shayla since 3rd grade. So
Yeah.
it's, you know,
It's been a long time, bro. But what's on your mind?
man. Look, what you were saying was definitely on my mind. You know, I think that when you look back at my life and, you know, other people's lives too that I've seen over this time period, especially in my profession,
Yep.
you just got to pick the right person, you know, the right person that understands your dreams and aspirations, that also wants you to achieve them as much as they want the family. So I think when people say, yeah, I got the right one, this and the third, I'm always inclined now to, you know how you used to take your parent used to take you to work, because it's like bring your child to work day.
Yeah.
I'm all inclined for bring your spouse to work day, because like that other person just don't get it. Like until they in them live bullets and they see it, then it kind of clicks. Like, oh, that's what you do all day? Like, yeah.
That's why you come home like that. That's why, you know what I'm saying? I like that. I like that idea.
Bring your spouse to work day.
Yeah.
That should
you can see what they go through.
That should be a thing.
You see what they go through.
Yeah.
So you can see, and you get better prepared on how they come home and how to deal with them when they come home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think That's a great move. It's something I'm definitely getting into now that I'm newly single and everything too. Just from learning from my I know I'm in divorce and from dating and over these past couple months, like you just never know people's intentions, man, until you really go through a season with them. So, for me, I'm big on we got to go through a whole season. We got to go through a whole football season, all season. Like you got to know what this feel like before you say I could do this forever. So, um, it's big, man. But little things like that, I think help you make your decision a lot better.
Oh
See,
yeah, because in football, ain't no off season.
no.
Ain't no off season.
Man,
Mm-mm.
in college is not no all season. High school you can get a little bit in there, but college,
Yeah.
A little bit
boy,
to
you
like
in there.
what January, December,
Mhm.
January, even before that.
February.
Yeah,
Maybe the maximum
yeah,
February. February
like December,
on down
January.
is
December,
over.
January is like where you December, January is where at least for D2, like if you haven't made it up to the playoffs, December, January is kind of where you can get your little break at. Now, if you
Yeah, that's true.
got balling like you want to,
That's
it,
true.
it won't happen until January ends.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
That's a fact.
you know what I'm
In
saying?
college, but when we was in Duval, we was doing winter workouts in December.
Facts, facts, and I'm gonna do the same thing at this particular school. I'm at the Northeast, man. Like we got a lot of good talent, a lot of good dudes that can play ball. Reminds me of Duval a lot. Like it's a lot of skilled players. Um,
We
got
were
some,
loaded, man.
some D-line and all that, but they they don't know like what the old heads used to do. Now I can call myself old head. They don't know what the old heads used to do now because they got all these rules, but
Right.
to a point like they work like old heads though, like how we used to like be outside till you know whatever clock, and then you call your mom and like so they do that, and I like it. So
Yeah.
that that nostalgia brought me back, and I'm just happy I'm in this profession, man. Like this profession, um, benefits so many people. I feel like Coach Damon Powell, half the time I'm in this jump. Um,
Oh yeah, you
it,
yeah,
it,
you turn into him.
Yes.
man,
You
yeah,
grew
he's one
up
of
to
my
be
biggest
Powell.
mentors.
I
Yeah,
said this on the show. You grew up to be you grew
yeah,
up to be
man.
Powell. Ain't
It's
nothing wrong,
funny.
nothing wrong with it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Q and all that. You with me?
Yeah, it's crazy. Me and him talked about that not too long ago, but I think I see his impact, man. His
yeah,
impact was huge on a lot of us. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
saying? And it you get it though. Like when you go into these schools and you talk to these kids, you like, man, they lost.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they lost. They don't know what they don't know. They would look at everything social media and think it's real life. So,
Yeah.
um, the fact that your spouse or whoever can understand what you do and know why you do it, know why you burn those hours, to make sure kids go to school and kids do the right thing, and you'll be blessed for it.
Yes, sir. Hey, how the experiences that you went through when we was in Duval and how we was coached
Mm-hmm.
and our camaraderie in football and all that. How did that help you mold you into the coach you are today and where you
Mm-hmm.
at now?
Yeah.
I think for me, man, it was more of you can't quit. Like, if you remember, like what was on the wall,
Yeah.
I always read it every day. It was like somebody out there is working harder than you, and when you meet that somebody, what are you gonna do about it? And that was so big for me, from learning everything from Duval. Like for one, I will say I was underdeveloped when I was at Duval. Like as I look at it now,
We
like
all
I
were.
didn't have I didn't have the greatest coaching, but I had passionate coaches. You feel what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
That's
I
the
had
fact.
coaches that
that's a fact.
were
And they was babies
yeah, they
as
were
well.
facts, but they weren't fundamental giants. Like they weren't
Yeah.
technical fundamental giants. They just wanted you to get to it. And so when
Facts.
I got to college, it was different. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like I went to a school that won a lot of games because I wanted to know how to win. Like we won 6 games, but that's as high as we really went. I wanted to know how to win rings.
Yeah, yeah.
So what Duval helped me with was dealing with the uncomfortability of things not being fair. Like it's not gonna be fair, and more than likely they ain't gonna like you. you know, and you had to deal with that at Duval as a place, not even
Hell
as
yeah. Dubai wasn't fair at all. Shit.
like
My bad.
like people didn't like Duval, you know what I'm saying, to a
Just
point
because
where
it's
they called
Dubai.
it dirty Duval, but like we would still do magical things. And so me understanding that like it's okay that I don't fit in helped me a lot when I went to school, helped me a lot when I chose this profession.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna fit in with everybody. You know what I'm saying? A tiger only got a certain stripes. It don't fit everybody.
Yes,
Facts.
sir.
So um and that's okay, you know what I'm saying? But be you, be blunt, be honest, be how we know Duval to be like when you was at Duval, man, you said what was exactly on your mind. Like straight up.
Facts.
You know. There ain't
Facts.
no we ain't no ducking, no dodging, no punches, ain't no we
No.
sneak this and nah. You heard it from the ram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's it's definitely as I teach these guys, I just teach them manhood, man. Just being able to stand up straight. Don't look down when you talk to people. Like handshake somebody. Like actually give them a good handshake firm. Being disciplined, being accountable. Like Powell kept us accountable. That's one thing he was gonna do regardless. Like he was
That's a
gonna keep
fact.
you accountable, and you was gonna be disciplined. You weren't about to just tweak out just because. Like
That's a
nah,
fact.
you weren't for that. G1, G2, they wasn't going for that. Sarge wasn't going for that.
At all.
So
At all.
when you think about all the people that came into our lives at Duval, all of them had a hand in it, man.
That's a
Like
fact.
I find myself sometimes. I say, if y'all remember, man, Coach G2 made that little joke about the basketball. Uh, at camp, he said something about, man, you wanted to come back, get two basketballs. Like it'd be just funny stuff that I like run through my head, and I'd be like, man, I sound just like these jokers.
Facts,
Um,
man. Ah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny, man, because I ran into, y'all know it's funny. I ran into Coach Parrish, man, from Wise, and I was talking to him a
Wow.
couple years back, and me and him were just talking about ball and everything, and it was so genuine. But at the end of the day, you realize the people that you hung around and the people that you played against, and their impact as you get older. Um, you don't really realize it right then and there until you really get older, and you like, oh, I see it now.
No, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a big fact. And I remember when we had them on, it was they just to hear from their perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because like the ages that we are now,
They were coaching us.
that's when they was coaching us.
Yeah.
And at the
Oh
time,
yeah.
we had no idea, you know what I'm saying, that they were
That they was
babies in this
20,
profession.
27,
Exactly.
30, like they was
Yeah.
like, bro, I
They were
got, it's crazy. I'm coaching right now. I'm head coaching right now, and my corners coach and my safeties coach are 22 and 23 years old.
That's
wow.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I coach them though. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I coach them. So when they came back, it was nothing for them to be like, yeah, nah, we already know how you want to get down with everything,
Oh,
and like
that's
that
what's
was the
up.
same
This
thing.
is your standard, right?
Yeah, like, and that was the same thing when I got done, going to school and everything. I hit Pile up before I crossed and everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that was the same time period where I decided to start coaching, and then I called Pile, and he was like, "Man, yeah, you gonna do great. Like they gonna rock with you." And it took me about 9 years to get my head coaching position, but I learned so much from around this time period, just being around coaches. I even recruited up there, like at Flowers for one point at Fort Valley. So,
Mm.
um, you know, uh, for me, it's full circle. I always like to look back, come back full circle, and make sure I can pick everybody up I can. You know what I'm saying? I lift as I climb, so um, that's just how it works.
Nah, it just makes sense, man. Out of all the teammates that we had, it just makes sense that you was a head coach. It just makes sense because you was the realest teammate I ever had. It was like, hey, Scoop, you not starting because you fat and lazy. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like, really? I'm like, bro, I thought I was putting in work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so like it made so much sense, brother, and I'm so proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what's funny? I ran into your mother at work, because I work at BJ's. I run
She
to
told me about that.
That's
She
crazy.
told me about that. I had to call because off the strength. She said, "Yeah, he said his name was Batman Scoop," and I was like, "What?" I said, "Oh yeah, I know who that is, Mama. Don't worry about it. I got you."
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that was cool, man. Like, man, I'm just seeing your journey, seeing the steps that you went through, brother, to become the head coach that you are. Man, we are proud of you, brother.
I'm not surprised.
You know what I'm saying? Not surprised at all.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all. Not even a lick. You know what I'm
Nope.
saying? So, like, hey, good luck to you and your journey, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Hopefully, when you come back to the crib, we can have you on the show to have a proper discussion, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
you know I'm looking for that, man. I'm looking for that for sure.
yes, sir, man. It was lovely to hear you. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else before we let you go, brother?
Man, look, to everybody listening, you dig what I'm saying? How you do anything is how you do everything. Just remember that as you go through, because, you know, it helped me. Good coach told me that a while ago. How you do anything is how you do everything. So, you know, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it to the fullest capabilities. And then if I'm not good at it, I'll fix it. But I'll know that after I do it, how I do everything. So, you know, walk in that and just get better. Every day you got to get better. You got to thank the Lord above for just getting better, for giving you the opportunity to get better, and for giving him, for giving you the five senses that you got. Even if you got 4 to 3, you know what I'm saying. But just continue to take a stride and take a breath. Just keep it going.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir.
Once again, thank you for calling in, bro. You know, we love you. We'll be watching.
Love you, dog.
And we'll have you on soon, bro.
Absolutely. Love y'all boys. I'll be up soon.
All right,
Yes,
bro.
sir. Man,
Man.
That's seeing his maturation, bro.
I ain't surprised.
Not surprised. Not surprised at all.
I'm not surprised. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like we've had this discussion on the show before in terms of just like seeing each other like grow up and like mature from where we came from, and just seeing how much we've blossomed into like what we are
Hey, bro.
as men.
For real,
Like
because I'm glad
nothing has been given to us, bro.
at all, bro. I'm glad I matured, bro. Because
Yeah,
can you,
bro, you was wild, bro.
hey, bro, can
You was a wild fool. But you meant well.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
you meant
I did.
well.
I did, bro. Can you imagine if I never matured, bro? I would just got that same mentality that we seen so many people
Yeah.
that's even older than us had that same mentality. Can you imagine I had that same mentality?
Yeah.
Shit, I'd be locked up, cuz. Real talk. I'd be locked up.
Yeah.
I'd be locked up.
Yeah.
The power of maturation, bro.
Yeah.
You got to level up. You got to level in all those circumstances. Like I said,
Well, and see the power of maturing, but just speaking on the young boys, what's lost is they don't have any guidance
that's a fact.
from us.
No.
Like from good solid men who's been where they're at. They don't have they don't have any guidance, and
You know why?
go ahead,
Because
get
a
into
lot
it.
of us had kids young as hell and didn't have no guidance our damn self. That's why it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they're just not in their life, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't have no man to check on their maturity as a man growing up.
And your presence has to be felt before and after Christmas. I'm not saying that just because it's a holiday or whatever, but I'm saying that because it's like you got to be present.
Yeah.
Rather you physically be there, you mentally being there, checking in, being a neighbor to your neighbor. Like, it's a whole community type of thing.
From
You know what I'm
New
saying?
Year's to Christmas.
Yeah, like it's a whole 365.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? So it's like literally day in and day out, being consistent in what that looks like and being that model. Like for us, you know, kids I work with, they be like, man, you the OG. I'm like, I'm in my 30s. I'm an OG.
We talked about this.
But that's what I'm saying. It's so
We talked about this,
it's alarming now because, like I said,
We are that.
They're being robbed of their childhood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I knew I was taking out the trash when I was 9, 10,
Facts.
11 years old.
Cutting the grass.
For sure, doing all
9,
that.
10.
But you know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
5, 6.
but at the same time, I feel like they have so many responsibilities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to babysit, you got to do this. So when do I do my homework?
Yeah.
When do I get to this? When do I get to that? When do I
That's
get
true.
to live? So they stuck in survival mode.
That's true.
And they got all this around the corner. They get outside, it's like, all right, cool. I'm in my house. Oh, dang, I got to do all this stuff. And ain't no time to have fun. Okay, I get on my phone. Okay, it's Instagram, TikTok, all this, that, and the third. Let me go ahead and entertain that. I don't get a
Right.
conversation from mom, dad, or anybody else, so I'm going to go to this. And that's why they get all that influence.
Because mom and dad running the streets.
Exactly. Here's the thing that I want people to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they like social media is influential, music is influential. What you see on TV is influential.
For sure.
Mhm.
My thing is that is totally true.
Yeah.
That's totally true. But if you have a good foundation, bro, none of that shit's gonna make you break your morals.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, we listen to Clee Glock. We listen to bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. There's times where
we
you're going to
do
sit there and
that.
listen
But
to
at the
music.
same-
Yeah.
But at the same time, bro, I am not going to have Key Glock influence me to do something that I know is
Exactly.
morally wrong that I grew up on.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
That I grew up on the morals.
Nah,
and
for
I
sure.
understand that, you know, certain people don't, you know, are you know, weak-minded. You know what I'm saying? But if you have a strong foundation, hey, Slim, if your foundation in this building is strong, I don't care if it's storming or is it hailing or, you know what I'm saying, snowstorm.
Great way to
that
put it, yeah.
foundation is still going to be there.
Great way to put it.
Even though
Yeah.
sometimes you might get damaged a little bit, it might seep in a little bit, but your foundation is still
It's
here.
intact.
I don't care how much Fat Gucci I'm listening to. I'm not about to go out here and shoot nobody, but I'm going to crank it because I like the music.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not about to out here doing no foolishness.
That's a fact.
It's going to be out here.
That's
No
a fact.
matter if you don't listen to it personally or not, it's going to get to your ear. You're going to see, you're going to hear, and you're going to feel some foolishness. If your foundation's straight, it is not going to deter you at all. You might get a little damage. It might, you know, you might, you know, feel it a little bit, but it's not going to totally destroy you.
Nah, for
You
sure.
know what I'm saying?
No, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come
I
on
agree with
now.
that. I agree with
like,
that.
Like they're like, man, I listen, what's the name, they kill people, and now I want to kill people. No, man, no.
Listen.
No. I grew up not wanting to kill people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to kill people.
Listen,
Just not going to do it.
I am glad you brought up the music.
Yeah, music is it's
The
It
music.
is influential. Now, don't get me wrong. It is.
it's crazy.
It's very influential. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you brought that up because we you know we've mentioned her name a few different times. Sexy Red.
Oh yeah.
She's on top of the world right now, right? That is who a lot of these young girls are emulating or want to be like, right? And so they're taking it so far to the point where it's literally a part of their life, right?
And here's the-
Trying to be her.
And the thing is where is your foundation? Where is the people that's raising you to deter you from that? You know what I'm saying? Because we know a lot of good women from our age bracket, right?
Yes, we do.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the queens.
And we heard, when we was young, we heard the Trina. Trina was a sexy.
Oh,
red,
Trina was raw with it.
ass so big like the sun. You know what I'm saying? We heard that. You know what I'm saying? But not all of them, but most of them had sense to not do that.
Her music was
To
fire.
not act
bro.
like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they wasn't inviting Trina to Duval.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, I think
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's a
Trina
fact.
wasn't on radio like that. She was on YouTube, but it wasn't on radio like that. Sexy Red is on radio constantly. Sexy
Nah,
Red is
Trina
being
was on the
invi-
radio, bro.
She was on the radio, but not like how.
You see me like
Sexy
push
Red- yeah,
heavily. I see what
that's
you're
I'm
saying. I see what you're saying.
Sexy
Yeah,
Red
I
is
see what you're
pushed
saying.
heavily,
Yeah.
and she's getting invited to
High schools.
High schools.
I see what you're saying.
Pussy pink, booty hole brown, and you
Yeah.
bring it into the high school?
Yeah.
And she outside, pregnant as hell, smoking gas. At the high school.
Yeah, I think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I work with a lot of youth.
What the fuck are we talking about?
And it's
What
crazy.
are we talking
Now
about?
get into it, Jay.
What are
It's
we
crazy.
talking about?
It's
Talking
crazy.
about
So-
chill on sexy. No, she shouldn't be bringing her ratchet ass to the damn high school talking about
who said-
pussy pink,
who said
booty
that?
hole brown.
Who said that?
Thomas.
I think that,
Oh.
like I said, working with a lot of youth, man, I ain't
We
gonna
gonna
lie.
talk, bro.
Like, I ain't
You know
gonna
I'm
lie.
gonna call you on that.
Working with a lot of youth, these youngins, I'm trying to tell you, like, free car music is a thing. Like I said, like, they listen, like I said, for me, what I tell myself every time I see the boys out here, it's too many young boys, not enough J. Cole's. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of them,
I see
too many,
what you mean.
too
I
many
got it,
young
I
boys,
got
not enough J. Cole's.
got it, I
And the
got
reason
it,
why
I
I'm
got
saying
it.
that is
That's a
because
fact.
you got a lot of them
That's a
wanting to
fact.
sit there and be, you know, I got to sit there and Nike ski 90-degree days. You know what I'm saying? It's hot outside. This, that, and the
That
third.
looks ridiculous.
You hot as fuck.
I see all
Not
the
just a regular one, with the fur on it that stick out like this, like whiskers. I'm like, bruh, y'all not about to pass the fuck out? What the fuck are we talking
Yo.
about?
But I think that it's crazy because it's like, at the same time, like, they not having the guidance, so they feel
I'm
like,
saying
all right,
Trina
let me get that
wasn't pushed
outside.
as sexy red.
Nah,
I didn't
for
say
sure.
she wasn't on the radio though.
Nah, and then
Yeah.
on top of that, like, I just feel like it's the frequency and the balance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
okay, if I can hear Young Boy, I should be able to hear J. Cole. If I, you know, like I said, if the girls are hearing Sexy Red, you should be able to hear Lauryn Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have the balance.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, or Rhapsody. You don't have the balance, so it's like, okay, because you don't have the balance and the frequency is all negative, it's telling you to push away from somebody that you don't need somebody. It's making self-inflicting music to the point where it's like, okay, bet, you know, I'm supposed to be independent. I don't need nobody. You're not supposed to be alone in this world. That's the thing. You're not supposed to be alone in this world, and the music is pushing you to either be alone, go ahead and do X, Y, and Z. I don't know if y'all pay attention. These video games is going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You got youngins playing Call of Duty and
I'm aware.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I'm aware.
And they feeling like, okay, bet, it's cool to grab a AR-15 and, you know, spin the block. Nah, bro, let God spin the block for you. You don't need to sit there and do nothing else.
See,
You feel what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
it's all this other influence by other. It's hard to lead when everybody's following.
I ain't gonna hold you.
It's hard to
like,
lead when everybody
That's
wants to
a
follow.
fact.
It's
That's a
hard.
fact.
It's hard. It's hard for them,
That's
and
a
they
fact.
need the guidance, and they need it.
But
That's
my
a fact.
thing is, what I'm not about to do is with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when everybody have a little bit of toxicity. You know? Everybody does. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. When I be listening to some foolishness, I just get that little toxicity out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to act on the foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, we not saying that you can't indulge a little bit. But what we are saying is, bro, don't let that change who you are.
Fact.
Don't
That's
let
a fact.
that's a fact because I'm
influence-
indulging right now.
Influence
Prime
my
example, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because I
Right.
know a lot of people, because you got to understand your limitations. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can't sip on this. Not even a little bit.
Exactly. Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is a little bit. I'm not even totally drunk. Some people can't. It's just an imbalance in your body that do something to your spirit that let you go off the chain.
Right.
And if you know that, you got to let it go. You know what I'm saying?
That's why you gotta have discernment,
Understand
for
your
sure.
limitations.
Discernment is what you need.
Discernment.
Discernment is what you need.
If you know you can't listen to this type of music or you gonna go crazy, don't listen to that type of music.
But that's the thing. I think
Turn on
sometimes
some
we
Kirk
got
Franklin. Turn on some Smokey Norfolk.
we got to identify our triggers.
Yeah.
And sometimes we really do know what triggers us, but we like to
Yeah.
tamper with it and be like, all right, man, I know that triggered me, so I'm still go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I can still
Yeah.
listen. But like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like with the youngins, like we are the OGs. We have to
Yeah.
accept that.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
We have to accept that.
Yeah.
So like those role models, what is it like who did we look up to? Right. And
Fact.
then on top of that, it's like who do they look up to? Right.
Yeah.
Because like I said, these shows and things like that, they're gonna watch all these shows. It's all out here. You know what I'm saying? You got kids probably watching Euphoria. You got kids watching Power. You got kids watching Snowfall. All that stuff. But you know, I can't put all the blame on them. It's the whole village. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
What is
fact.
going on? Like I said, with social
It
media,
took a village.
it takes a village to raise
It
a
took-
child.
it
It,
took-
definitely does.
See,
It's
I
a
was
village.
when we was on with the OGs, I was saying to them, you all should be kicking back, watching us, do our thing in terms of leading the next generation. Because at this point, it should not be your job to give direction. It should be our job to give direction.
They should be like the
because,
overseer.
right?
They
Because
they should be like
exactly
the overseers. You
exactly.
know what I'm saying?
You should be watching us do our
going
thing that
into
we
that
receive
role.
from y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I think even with us millennials, I think a lot of us are afraid to adopt.
Oh yeah, facts. Oh, that's a fact.
To adopt the OG
Yeah.
auntie or whatever you want to call it mentality.
I talked about this when we had a battle rapper on.
Eunice, yeah.
He was like
Shout out.
23. So I was saying,
Yeah, he's next.
back in the day, right? Yeah, he next up.
He next.
He next up. So what's the name? Back in the day, right? When we was growing up and we had the OGs of back then, they related to us because we was kind of growing up in the 90s, a little bit old school that they was going through.
Right.
But they never could understand us fully with the social media shit because it was new.
Right.
We was growing up.
Right.
We're so important, and our age bracket is so important with the kids growing up because we can connect to them to a whole nother level because we know what you're going through with the social media movement and all that, and we still got game
From the old
from
heads.
the old heads and growing up in the 90s. So we can relate and help y'all on a whole nother level that we ever had.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just because we are, you know what I'm saying, we are in a moment in time where we can do game, we can spit game, and just because we are OGs, just don't. It's like a negative connotation on it. We just old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, we look. It's all about game and wisdom.
Yeah.
And that's what OGs is supposed to do.
Yeah, you're supposed to give them.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do, and we have to embrace that role. And then far as triggers, we got that comes from looking yourself in the mirror and figure out why did I act like this?
Facts.
This is why I act like that. Because let me tell you something. Every time I see a daggone special sign in Popeyes, that triggered me to go pull over. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta you know what?
I ain't going there today.
I'm just gonna look away because I know they got a special going on, and I don't need to be eating that right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So we got to.
The youngins, they gotta understand that. I feel like
you gotta realize that. Go ahead.
I think with the youngins is like when kids sit there and be like, yeah, you the OG or you uncle, whatever like that. I used to be like, whoa, that's alarming. But then at the same time, I'm like, I get it. I may be literally that positive figure that they see. So I embrace that. So it's like, okay, if they look up to me, then, okay, I know that, the walk, the talk, the bravado, the things I'm doing, leading by example, the words, being, like I said, diligent, being aware, being intentional. You know what I'm saying? We have to be intentional about what we're doing and doing that. And like I said, with the youth and what we're able to do, from, homeless drives and teaching them about community service, Dave and Buster's to, creating, a safe space for them to play, have a good time. Because like I said, it's a lot going on. They deal with trauma, gun violence, all this big wild stuff. Youth summits to teach them different things like podcasting, creative writing, finance, these things. They need opportunities. They think that they got ops. They think everybody in the world is an op to them. But that's not
crazy.
the case. That's not the case. It's just the simple fact that, and I tell people all the time, they just need a hug, a home-cooked meal, and somebody to tell them that they love them. That's it. Because they don't hear it enough. They do not hear it enough.
That's all I
They don't hear that. They don't hear I love you enough.
See,
they don't hear that.
This is
Seriously,
what this
they
is.
don't hear
See,
that.
and this is why I'm so aggressive.
Eve, what's good, Eve?
What's up, E? This is why I'm so aggressive in speaking out against this programming, because the fact that these kids now think that everyone is an op to them.
Man, I'm telling you, that's the go-to word for a lot.
Just because I don't like and I don't want you to be doing what you're doing, that don't mean I'm an op. That's dumb. Like,
Right.
When we thought
I look like you.
When we thought of ops, bro, they were like we were ops, bro. Like they were like they even did something to us.
Right.
Or we on, you know what I'm saying?
You're an op.
Hey, appreciate you, brother. You are op. It don't make no damn sense. It don't make no sense.
I look like you. I come from where you from.
I know what you going through.
I know what you're going through, and yet I'm an op.
Come on, hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I be had to, because I had to find a balance. Because I work at a elementary school.
Glory.
As a custodian. So
Shout out to you, man.
Glory,
You front
yeah.
line.
Yes, sir.
You in the
Yes,
trenches,
sir.
man.
What's
That's
up, Chuck?
what's up.
Exactly. You in the
Nah, you in the
trenches.
trenches.
Yes, sir,
And
yeah.
guess what? They seeing it at the ages of 5, 6, and
That's
7.
a
So
fact.
those babies that you sit
Yeah.
there and walk across, I'm telling you right now, you're goaded for what
Yeah.
you do.
That's
so
a fact.
I
Go to
pour
for what you
light.
do.
I pour light into the kids as much as my my capabilities and
For
that
sure.
I can. You know what I'm saying? Because
And you appreciate it for
they
that.
do have like a structure and all that, so I don't try to step above it. But I
Right.
try to teach them values and stuff. You know what I'm saying, to go through it. Like some of the kids, like, man, I try to be like, yo, just because it's somebody to clean up, that don't mean you have to make their job harder to do that, and that's responsibility. Because when you go out some places, you have to be responsible to take care of your own stuff.
That's a fact.
Guys got the kids sweeping, doing stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I bless y'all because y'all deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Getting them chips, Takis, hot Cheetos. They like.
That's their go-to
That's-
kid.
they
They love
they love
the
all that
Takis and the
They
Fuego.
love all
That's
that
a fact.
bullshit. But what I try to tell them is, because since then they keep asking about it. I said, look, when you deserve something,
There you go.
you don't ask for it.
There you
you
go.
get it because you deserve it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When y'all got that, y'all didn't ask me for no chips. Y'all deserved it because what you do.
Exactly.
Keep doing good things because they're good, not because it's going to do something for you.
Exactly.
Because if you do that with that mindset, there's nothing going to happen for you. But if you do it for the mindset of you just doing it just to be good, that's when good things happen to you.
But testimony of that too. I ain't
That's
gonna
real
lie.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
this
I
is
try
real.
to teach that to them. I'm like, keep on asking
Yeah.
me. You're not going to get it. It's when you shut up and you do what you're supposed
Kyle,
to
what's
do.
up, bro?
You know what I'm saying? When you act the way you're supposed to act, that's when good things happen to you. When you do it off the humble, not but just 'cause you want it. You
See,
know what I'm saying?
It's just like when people pray to the Father, they wish and pray upon all these good things. Okay, great. Are you living your life in a manner in which He agrees with?
That's a fact. Are you using them as an emergency brake or
Thank
a
you.
steering wheel?
Thank you. And you said this
That's-
before.
That's fire. You should
If
hit the bell for that.
if you are not living your life in a manner in which He agrees with, and yet you are praying upon Him to bless you with all these different various things, and yet when it doesn't happen, you have a problem with Him, and you say, why you ask Him, why didn't this happen? It's because you're not living your life how you should by Him.
Yeah, it don't make no sense. That's like going to McDonald's asking for a Whopper. What you talking about?
You at the wrong
You
place.
You at the wrong place.
You at the wrong place. Yeah, no,
What
and
you-
and I agree with that. Like y'all, this is a conversation that's good, y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Like,
Yes,
I ain't gonna-
sir.
Nah, for
Yes,
real. This
sir.
is really
Freestyle
good. This is really
Saturday.
good. Nah, this is
Freestyle
really,
Saturday.
This is really, really good. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Lil Wayne, can we get a sponsor, baby?
Yeah.
Hey, can we get a sponsor, baby?
Freestyle
Hey,
Saturday.
Bamboo. Hey, can we get a sponsor, baby?
Now we're gonna tag him. We're
Hey.
gonna tag him.
Hey, can we get a sponsor, baby?
Yeah, I think that, like I said,
Yeah.
with the youngest though and embracing it, like I was saying before, is like we're meant to solve the problem.
bro.
Now. We have to look at it like, yo, if we do not take accountability for it, bro, this bridge this roller coaster that's built is going to fall.
Right.
If we do not embrace the ride and literally buckle the seatbelt up and literally go on the ride. Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to take us to understand that we MySpace, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat,
MySpace.
all of those, right? All of those, we literally went through all of those apps. So literally,
That's a
it's
fact.
nothing new that
Under the sun.
this generation is seeing right now. It's just
That
a
we
simple
ain't
fact
seen.
that they have too much access.
Yes.
Okay, so I can't have a conversation with my friends, so I'm just gonna sit there and vent on Instagram. I'll sit there and do that. That's why this effective communication point, like I was saying in the beginning, they don't know how to communicate. They can sit there and talk all that through an app, but then you sit them down and try to have a conversation with them. It's cricket.
No
It's-
social skills.
Right. Because
There's no
I can
social
vent
no
here, but
interaction.
right, and
They're
that's what
not
I'm saying.
even looking at you in your eye
Nope.
No.
at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
And like I said, what we came up on.
Man, look at me, Slim.
Look at you in the eye.
Right.
That respect factor,
Right.
understanding that, and they're gonna listen to who they can relate to. But at the same time, it's just like we have to embrace it.
See, and
We have to embrace that.
And that is why, and see, that's why me and Scoop have said this on the show. It starts with us as the men.
Facts.
You talked about Ephesians.
Yes.
We don't get into religion heavily on the show, but I'm going to read the specific chapter and verse in which you're talking about.
Go ahead, Bobby.
So Ephesians 5,
Yep.
chapter 25 to 33. I'm going to read this out loud. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. We've all heard that. And gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendor, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it,
That's a fact.
just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. This mystery is profound, and I am saying that it refers to Christ and the church. However, let each one of you love his wife as himself, and let the wife see that she respects her husband. It starts with us.
Yeah, it definitely does. And like I said, I appreciate you for even, like I said, you just said, I mean, it's like you said, Freestyle Saturday, but it's a simple fact that you don't even do that, but literally shine a light on that. And I feel like that's very important for us as men to understand. That's a foundation right then and there, to chase your purpose, to understand who you are, to become more self-aware. Because when you're more self-aware, oh, I know what triggers me. Oh, I'm not going to indulge in that. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go back and forth with that. I got to focus right here. When you focus on your purpose, everything else will come to you and more. And I made testimony of that.
Keyword purpose.
Literally, purpose, like motivational videos. At first, I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I don't even know. I started doing that. Then after that, it led to the podcast, and it led to all these other things. And I'm consulting God, and that's a big thing too. Like whatever your spiritual higher power belief is, consult that every single day. Make sure that that's at the center, because when you sit there and you try to move, I'm trying to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
You can't be in 1,000 places at one time.
Right.
Sometimes you can't be there. No is just as expensive as yes.
Right.
It's just as expensive.
Right.
So are you willing to pay the cost?
So Calvin just said on the live stream, the kids have been on social media since they were small. It's a part of their life and development. And that's part of the problem too.
I agree.
Because they've been exposed to it so early that
We wasn't exposed to that till like
at all,
12,
at
13.
all, at all. Like we enjoyed being kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
These kids want to grow up to
We
be
play manhunt. We play sharks in the
Yeah.
water. You know what I'm saying? We play football, tackle football.
freeze
You had
tag.
You know what I'm
football,
saying?
you had hide and
Freeze
seek,
tag.
you had tag, you
You
was
know what
running
I'm saying?
outside, you had track meets, basketball games,
What?
cookouts,
I'm
family
telling you,
reunions,
we
all of that
had-
stuff.
We had it, man.
Yeah.
We
But
they
were
on the
outside
Minecraft and all that, though.
experiencing stuff.
Yeah, they're on Minecraft,
know what I'm
Roblox.
saying?
Everything is social. Like,
We
even if they're
walking
outside,
creeks.
they're on the phone.
That's a
And I'm
fact.
like, yo, that's
We walking
crazy.
through creek. Remember that first creek walk you went through on the creeks, walking on the damn rocks, trying to
Yeah.
balance yourself and just,
Yeah.
man, what?
Yeah.
That was a time,
And we were
man.
together
Together
as a group. Right.
as a, you know what I'm saying? And that's a lot. And I think that's a lot of reasons why you see some instances where people go out. This random person just died. How you with your friends and then the random person just died? You know
That's
what I'm saying?
cra- yeah, that's crazy.
Even when as a youngin', bro, like somebody get hurt, we all was right there.
Yeah.
You
All
know
of
what
us.
I'm saying? Ain't nobody eating in front of nobody. We all put up like what, $2 something, get a piece or
And we used to
$2 and share.
we used to share snacks.
Man,
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
They're not
what?
doing.
We used to break
They're not
down,
doing that no more.
man.
They're not breaking down no more. They be
No.
like, break down,
Break
man. No, what you talking about?
down.
Nah, Holmes, I ain't
We used
breaking
to
down.
break down
Yeah.
instead of everybody getting their individual meals from the
Right.
day going curry yard. We all put it in the pot and got like what 20 wings and a large fry. 2 fried, 2 soda.
Everybody put in $5, $2,
Everybody put in
$3.
$5 on the piece and all that. It wasn't no individual meals. We was eating.
We was
together.
sharing. We was sharing.
We was eating together. I don't know about Atlanta Forest. I wasn't there. I wasn't there. I was on the Hyattsville side, so I don't know that, Thomas. So what's the name?
Hold on, no. What's he said?
He said Lanham Forest.
No, what do you say about Landon Forest?
He just said Lanham Forest.
Oh, okay.
I don't know nothing about it.
No, I mean, we did all that on that side.
That's a fact.
I mean, I was everywhere though. I mean,
I was on the Chillum Road side.
I mean, I had friends everywhere. So
Right. Yeah, it's fair to say. If you're in the DMV.
When you first
I had
moved,
friends everywhere.
that first train move,
for sure.
Man,
and that's the thing. See,
that first train
We enjoyed all of that though. I feel
Yeah.
like
They got DoorDash.
Yeah, they got
right.
They dashing. They got Cash
Yeah.
App at elementary
Yeah.
school. I'm like, how do you have a Cash App
Right.
in elementary school? What is
And they
going
don't even
on?
and they don't
we
even
couldn't
understand
even
it though.
order delivery.
Yeah,
No, we
they don't
couldn't.
even have it.
by ourselves.
We would have to get together, like you said, put our money together. We would catch the metro to meet up with each other, just to get food.
Right.
Just
And
to
that
get
was
food.
and that was fun.
That was fun.
And guess what? You're literally doing a lot of those things. Like some people don't even understand. Okay, how you gonna get there? That's critical thinking. That's
Yeah.
problem solving. It's
A lot
little
of
things
stuff
like
we
that.
was doing.
Like those are a lot of things. And
No
these are the things that
GPS.
these are the things that are lacking.
Nowhere to go.
You know what I'm saying? Nowhere to go.
Shortcuts.
Yeah.
No one
You know what I mean?
street
All the
names.
shortcuts that we all
Street
the shortcuts,
names, restaurants, things like that.
all
You'll
the
be
shortcuts that
surprised
we
with
used to use.
exposure.
The hole in the gate. You know what I'm saying? Climbing under the gate.
Exactly.
In between
Exactly.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? We lived some life, man.
We did.
We lived some life,
We
and they
did.
not living life.
See, and just being away from our parents or guardians was fun for us. We didn't have to do anything.
Nah.
We didn't have to do no basketball, no football.
But you earned, but guess what? I can tell that y'all earned the right to do that. You see
That's
what I'm
a-
saying?
that's a
you
fact.
earned the right to
That's
do
a
that. Like
fact.
you knew, okay, bet Mama said clean the room, so
Yeah.
you're going to clean the
That's
room.
a fact.
Pop said do this, so you're gonna go ahead and
That's
do
a
that.
fact.
You made sure that you had all your ducks in the road.
That's a
so when
fact.
it was time for you to do what you needed to do,
'cause
you was
it was-
rewarded to do that.
That's a fact.
Yeah, because it was baby steps.
Now
'Cause
it's
at
reversed
first-
now. It's
That's a-
reversed now.
that's
Though.
a
It's,
fact.
it's, oh, I did X, Y, and Z. I'm mad because I can't go. So you're going to sit there and go back and forth with your mom, or you're going to go
Exactly.
back and forth with your
Clean your
the adult.
room,
Why? Do what you have to
and
do.
then you can go outside and play.
Baby steps.
Yeah,
And we had
take your baby steps, yeah.
We had baby steps because like it was like at first it was like, all right, you can go out, but you go out with your sister, or you go out with your older. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Then it was like, okay, you can go out, but you got to be in the time at a certain time, but you can't go outside the neighborhood. Then you can go across the street. Then it was
That's
you.
a fact.
It was baby steps.
That's
that
a
we grew up
fact.
to it,
That's a
instead of
fact.
just, hey, here it all.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I had to ask to heat up a hot pocket.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Asking
Let
for
alone
permission.
cook a meal.
We couldn't touch the
Couldn't even
stove.
touch the stove.
We couldn't go in the fridge.
What?
Hey, what you looking for?
Especially the freezer. Try to take out
Oh
something out
my-
the freezer.
oh my
Shit.
goodness.
You better take it out when I tell you to
Don't
take
grab
it
a
out. and it be-
popsicle.
Man, what?
Without asking.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
that's what I'm
you.
saying, and that's what
Open your mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Manner,
red.
yeah, mannerism 101 is really what's missing.
Oh
but
my
like I said,
goodness.
we like I said, now just being able to do more things because, like I said, we got a program that we're gonna do also for these kids. So we're gonna teach them different things as far as like leadership. Like I said, that's what we focus on. So
Yeah.
leadership, overcoming adversity, mannerism 101. Like even that is how to land a job, what to wear, how to carry yourself. Like these essential skills are important because, like I said,
Yeah.
the classes that the kids can take, that's great. I ain't knocking all of that, but these social, emotional skills, these have-tos that you have to be successful, that's what we really focus on.
How to take an L.
You got to, and know how to bounce back.
Oh, the power of that.
And you learn more from a loss than a win, actually.
I'm
You do.
telling
You learn more from a loss than a win. You want to learn how to win,
telling you.
learn how to lose. Go
I'm
through the
telling
loss
you,
first.
You know
Seriously.
what I'm saying? Like the power of taking the L and learning from it is so powerful, and learning from other people is so powerful.
Exactly.
Because a smart person learns from other people's mistakes.
I hope
Dumb
y'all listening.
a
Yeah,
dumb
we dropping the
person-
gems.
I hope
a
y'all
dumb
listening.
person
Yeah.
learns from their own mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you learn from it, you won't. You know, it will better you in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because of course you're gonna make a mistake. Ain't nobody gonna never not make no mistakes.
Got a phone call.
For sure.
Hello?
Yo, what
Hey.
up?
Yeah, what's going on, man? How y'all doing?
Oh yeah, this Thomas.
What up, T?
Yeah, it's me. Hey, listen,
What up, my
I just
boy?
y'all are giving me life this morning. Y'all are preaching, man.
Yeah.
Y'all are really
Appreciate
preaching,
you.
man. I'm telling you. I just wanted to say that, Scoop. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like keeping up with the conversation and throwing some comments. I was like,
Yes, sir.
let me go ahead and call. It was definitely good to hear like PB. Yeah, congrats, my guy. Yeah, that's one hardworking individual, man.
He was the most
Yeah, I
hardworking
gotta.
person on our team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Work
big
harder
coach
than me.
now.
Yeah.
Big coach.
And I say that
Yeah,
openly.
I
Yeah.
definitely gotta come to a game. Listen, I will take a flight. I'll drive down or whatever. I gotta come see that man coach a game, man.
I agree.
Yes.
So
Hey,
yeah,
Yes.
we gotta do that.
Because
That's a good idea.
He's in North Carolina, right?
No, P's in Georgia.
He in Georgia?
I want to say he's in Georgia.
Okay.
that's
P, if you
the
still watching,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, that's a good joint. Georgia, yeah, that's light.
I want to
That's
say
Delta.
P is in Georgia. P, if you still watching it, confirm whether or not you're in Georgia. I want to say he's in Georgia. I don't think he's in Carolina no more.
Northeastern. That's what he said, I think. What's the name of the school?
I want to say he's in Georgia.
All right.
We'll confirm. But now we gotta go see him coach his first game.
That'll be so
That's
great.
like a road trip.
Absolutely.
That would be so great.
Yeah, that would be.
That'd be so great.
We gotta do that.
Yeah, because this is a road trip I'm trying to set up. I ain't tell you yet.
Okay.
We talk about it after.
All right. But T, what's on your mind, bro? What's up?
Man, I got a lot on my mind, man. It's a very heavy weekend, but thank God for everything. A lot of the topics that I talked about, definitely. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta advocate for the youth. Like it's crazy now. Like I'm like we're really the OGs, and it's not an understatement, especially coming from where we came from. And you gotta celebrate every accomplishment, no matter how little it is, no matter what anybody tell you. So always believe in yourself, but also like chase your dreams.
That's
you know
a
what I'm saying?
fact.
Like especially with all the temptation and all the nonsense that's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay focused and continue to work on your path.
That's
And
a fact.
sometimes that path is not that path is never going to be a straight path.
It's
there's
not
never a
linear.
straight path.
Right.
There's never a straight path to success. However, there's always life lessons along the road. You know what I mean? So a lot of these youth, you know what I'm saying, they were coming up in an environment, which if I would say, we probably came up in similar environments or sometimes worse. So to be honest, like there's no excuse, but then like y'all said, they need that guidance, and it takes, us, being the 90s kids and being the OGs now to really kind of help the youth and guide them because, it's very quick to derail and it's going to take you a lot longer to get back on path. You know what I'm saying? So, the more you put into your day-to-day activity, making sure that, you build some level of discipline and respect. Like discipline, respect and professionalism is going to take you far. Knowing that as soon as you wake up, you got to greet your parents and pray to the Lord and thank God for the blessing of making it to the next day. And then you got to put forth, put your right foot forward and go out and achieve and chase your dreams and work hard. And at the end of the day, God is watching because then God is going to give you the blessings, once he sees that you're walking along that right path.
That's a fact.
So yeah, I just want to add that tidbit in there. And I wasn't on the line early enough to see who the other gentleman is that you guys interviewed, but shout out to that brother, man.
Appreciate you, man. That mean a lot, man. I'm out here advocating for the youth each and every single day. So like I said, if you see something, let me know. And like I said, we could definitely work because making PG County what it was back then, that's what I'm really trying to think of, and empowering them through positive words and positive actions and just being who God called us to be. That's it.
AT. So Darlene set this up. So yeah. So we give all thanks and credit and glory to her, because she set this up. So Darlene, shout out to you once again for setting this up and linking us all up to do this.
Thank you, Nina.
But
So Lee, I haven't seen her in a while, man. I definitely got to come hang out with y'all, man. We got a lot to talk about.
Hey, bro, that's why this is so like bro. That's why I'm really glad that we doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because Bro, when we first had her on the show, bro, I ain't seen Darlene in like 10 years, bro.
I know. It was a big surprise to you.
Like 10 years, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So like, bro, just to connect with different people, period, and especially our Tigers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the brother that we had on that you was talking about in the comments, we had a boy. What was the last show? Eunice.
Yeah.
That's what we had on the last show when we did the flyer that he was going off on Shawty. He's a Duval Tiger as well from class of 19. So it's not just people that we went to Duval with. It's just Tigers, period.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? People in the neighborhood, the DMV and all that. We just trying to build everybody up and give everybody flowers, man.
Around the country.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm telling you, I'm talking about far as, you know what I'm saying?
No, but
but we want to reach out everywhere in the world.
You start local and then you aim global.
But in terms
we had a
of,
couple people watch from Africa.
Oh, yeah, that's
you know
lit.
what I'm saying?
Man, shout out to y'all.
in terms of here locally in PG County, like our program, the people we've had on heavily is in the community.
Facts.
Lives in this area. Has been here for a long time.
Yeah.
Doing God's work.
Doing God's work.
Hey, man. We all his disciples, really. We just got to really look and embrace being a disciple.
Right.
Like, you read the Bible, you should see yourself in that joint. Like,
and
no cap, you should see yourself in
The
that
reason
joint.
you're supposed to be a servant.
Yes.
To the public, to the church. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to, because it's no way that anybody else going to get any gain if it don't come from a person that's willing to do it, that's willing to put the work, that's willing to be a servant for the community.
Right.
Because if it's not there, how the hell we supposed to find that out? It's certain things that you can't just look up on the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You can't just say, hey,
That's
how
a
do I
fact.
be a man? How do I
That's a
express myself? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's certain things you just can't just look up. You got to have somebody that had experience that go through that.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? It's something about learning something from somebody that went through the dirt, that went through the pain. You know what I'm saying? You can see a video all you want to, but when you hear it from the person,
That's a
in
fact.
person, it
That's a
does
fact.
something to your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You ever had a conversation with somebody that was young, that was old enough to really go through the civil rights movement?
Yeah.
You hear that? It's different from hearing it from a documentary.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? You can feel the hurt and the pain and what
That's
they
a
learn
fact.
from through that experiences.
You get
know what I'm
chills.
saying? You get chills. It's something about that interaction. You know what I'm saying? That interaction that you hear from somebody that put in the groundwork for you to be where you at today. You know what I'm saying? That went through what you went through. That was a black man that tried to be successful.
Yeah.
That played sports.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's from the same neighborhood that you went through. That's watched people die like you watch people die. They went through the same trauma that you went through. And you hear them face to face.
Yeah, hear their testimony, yeah.
You hear their testimony, it hit way different than any video can ever do.
Yeah, that's why I say, like, for me, I'm nothing without God, family, my support system, my mentors, like Kimberly Marshall. That's my community mentor. I don't do any of the community work if it wasn't for her. She gave me a chance. You know what I'm saying? She gave me a chance and an opportunity, and she said, every leader that is a great leader has to serve.
Yes,
See,
sir.
And it's your heart posture when you serve. And then my
Hey.
speaking mentor, Jeffrey Young, he taught me about speaking and, okay, what do you want to do, being intentional and things like that. So you got to learn from the people around you.
I know that's right, brother.
So I'm just blessed.
You on here
man.
dropping some stuff.
I'm
you know,
blessed,
even
man.
though my dad said never trust a dude with no mustache, but you cool with me.
You cool with
But
me
see,
too.
nah, but see,
Like I told you, man. Listen, we all animals in the same zoo.
Yes, sir.
regardless of where
and
you're
see, and see, this is why. See, I don't want to make this overly, religious, but Christianity.
The Lord is real.
No,
Yeah,
the
God
Lord is
is
real.
Yes.
Christianity was made up by man. Follow me. In the Bible, it says to be a Christian, Christ-like, right? There's no such thing as Christianity. That was made up by man. In the Bible, it says to be Christ-like, to be a Christian. To be a Christian means to be Christ-like. So if you're like him, you are literally everything you do. You are living your life in His image.
Yeah, that's why the fight over religion I think is stupid, because of the simple fact that we're all saying the same thing just differently.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But
and if we have the same message, what does it matter if it's Allah or, anybody else? You know what I'm saying? God is God, and
right.
being peaceful and prosperous. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't have to, just because you're a different religion, it shouldn't be like, oh, I don't agree with you. We all want the same thing.
Right. But speaking on Christians specifically, right? Because there's infighting.
Yeah.
Right? Just even within the religion. Right?
Denominations and
exactly. All that's man-made. All that's man-made. Right? A Christian is a Christian. A Christian is Christ-like. All the different denominations, that's man-made. At the end of the day, as men, because we are the head. We lay the foundation as to how things should go. Because who's above us? God. Then it's us. Then it's the women. Then it's the children. So if we are not doing our jobs by Him, through His authority to us, well, then it's going to be, like we say on the OG show, it's going to be a repeated cycle of what we're seeing now. And until we understand and get on the same page as far as what the word is saying and living that as best as we can, because we're never going to be Him, because we're always going to fall short of His glory.
Of course.
Because we sin, right? However, you repent for your sins, you ask for forgiveness, and you live as straight and narrow as much as you can, so that way you can be where you ultimately want to be once your time is up on this earth.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Right? And as the men, we have to set that example. Right. We're not doing that because of our sexual irresponsibility.
I like how you phrased that.
Right? Because we don't have the sexual discipline.
We see so much of our men go through that, no matter the stature, no matter people that don't know them in the hood, or for people that's been glorified in the media. We didn't see the downfall of black men is our sexual energy.
Facts.
And that shit is sad,
Facts.
bro. That shit is sad.
Facts.
We can't just talk about Cosby, about what he did for his legacy, for his comedian and all that, because we going back to with the bullshit.
T, you still with us?
We can't talk about the musical legacy that Diddy went through without the foolishness. That shit don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. Mystical. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
like it's
alarming.
sickening.
It's alarming. It's alarming because it make
bro.
me fight. It made me want to lace up and go harder, right? Because it's like with our, like I said, with the people that we look up to and things like that, I get more motivation now. It's like, okay, I just got to go hard.
It makes me angry.
People that you went to school with, teachers that was in the school that taught you.
It's angry. Yeah, it's anger, but you got to turn the pain into purpose.
Oliver.
Exactly.
You got to turn the pain into purpose. You got to turn that traumatic moment wherever you felt like, because like I said, for me personally, the reason why I started Grind Hard, Dream Big, and I know God was just like, it's like, bro, I'm calling you to do this, decline. Calling you to do this, decline. You gonna answer this phone. Yeah. So the reason why I started my podcast is because when I was watching the news, I was killings left and right, people getting robbed left and right.
Hold on, real quick. We gonna get on your show.
Yes.
We gonna talk offline.
For sure.
Because
For sure.
This is part of us breaking bread.
For sure.
But now go ahead.
And the thing about it is, like, I didn't see positivity in the news. I know it's positive stories. I know it's people doing positive things. It's not highlighted enough because we love negativity. So if we love negativity, there's positivity out there. You know, so let's promote that. And that's what it was for me. And then once I sat there and was able to change the God, we're creating a narrative. I know when people say changing the narrative, no, you got to create something.
No, we creating it.
You got to create a narrative, and that's what we're doing.
And see,
y'all did this. Y'all created a safe space, not only for me to feel safe, but everybody else to feel safe as well, to have an authentic, courageous conversation where everybody's themselves. And we just listening. The thing about it is what they always say about men. Oh, yeah, you know, they tend to argue. Anybody argue?
Ain't nobody arguing.
Ain't nobody argue.
And that's what I'm saying.
Argue.
See, ain't no furniture moving. Ain't no like there's no foolery going on. And see, and this is what me and Scoop talk about. This is bigger than us. We're not trying to go viral. Negativity goes viral.
Facts.
What we talk about, what we are preaching, does not go viral because it doesn't catch headlines. We're not trying to catch headlines.
Nah.
We're trying to do the work from the inside out.
Right.
We're not trying to have a catchy reel go viral, and no, what we're talking about is real life stuff that matters because society is trying to destroy us.
It's like
by promoting and pushing our women to push this ridiculous narrative in terms of they don't need us, so that way we can continue this quote-unquote civil war within our community between each other. At the end of the day, I need you, you need me. We need each other. If I want a baby, I need you. If you want a baby, you need me. Okay, so how we gonna make this shake? And that's how. And we used to understand that. We don't understand that no more because our narrative has been pushed that. Okay, all right, ladies, you got your businesses, you got your degrees, you got your money. Oh, he out the home? Okay, here's some child support. Okay, here's some food stamps, EBT, all that. Okay, so we're going to give you all of this because he's not around, because he got a drug charge, right? He got a drug charge.
Pacifying.
So since he's not around, we're going to compensate you for his poor decisions and, in a sense, your poor decisions. But that's okay. We're still going to reward you for this money. So here you go. And boom, you're good. That cycle has repeated for almost 50 years now.
The power of taking the L.
Exactly. Yeah. And what we're seeing now is this has been repeated for so long to where it's normalized to the point where he's not going to be around. That's okay. We'll give you some money. Here you go. Take your trips to Dominican Republic. Right? Because if that money is supposed to be for the child. Now, if you're making great money and you paying for yourself with your own money from your job, great. I'm not talking about you. But if you're using that money from the government that's supposed to be for the child to go to the DR, you can't afford the trip.
Priorities.
Yeah, gotta have them joints in order for sure, man. Like, it's definitely important, man. And like I said, man, like, it's more so taking these steps today, y'all. Like, seriously, for all the people out there, man, just know that the boys matter, the men matter, the ladies matter, the women matter. All of us matter at the end of the day. And like I said, you can do anything in this world as long as you put your mind to it. Just take the step to the person that you want to be today. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you put in today, multiply it tomorrow. Then after that, put another step and then multiply it again. Life is about math. It's about all these other things. You can add value.
He's still on the phone.
You can
Nah,
add.
he out.
Okay. You can add value. Subtract the people that do not bring value to you. Multiply your effort and divide everything you feel is necessary for you to find yourself in every essential equation. And I didn't even like math, and I just put that together. But that's what it is. Find your formula because you are a part of this equation. God got you in some type of equation right now. Find out where you place and where you lie in that equation, and solve the problem. That's
Yes,
it.
sir.
That's it.
Hey, tell them where they can find you at, your ats, the name of your podcast, all that there, where they can follow you.
So once again, I appreciate y'all once again, man.
This
you know what I'm
was
saying? Spade.
so powerful,
Yes, man.
this was probably
dope.
our best show. I listen.
Wow.
I know I say listen.
Wow.
I say this, and
Make
Brian,
sure y'all
Brian
follow
knows
Spades
this.
of Spades
I
7,
say
man.
this all the time
Seriously.
because really, like what we're doing,
It's game changing. It's life changing.
it's life changing.
life changing, bro.
This is probably the
This
most,
was probably
our most
our-
grounded and realest show. How
Our
about that?
best show in terms of
Gems.
we hit y'all with haymakers the whole show.
For sure.
The whole show, like no breaks. Freestyle Saturday.
Gems.
Yeah. So it's so the social media at JFlow301MD. Twitter JFlow. GrindHardDreamBig.net. Website is up. If you need any motivational speakers to come through, leadership, overcoming adversity, problem solving, workshops, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Look no further. Empowering our youth through positive words, positive actions. Podcast, Grind Hard, Dream Big. Like I said, that's what we do. And always have a great day on purpose. And people that watch my reels all the time, man, let's get it, let's go. We outside.
Yes, sir. Hey, plenty of podcasts is made, but nobody lay it down like Spade of Spades. Like, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. No, YouTube, hit that notification bell. Yes, sir. Go Mavericks, let's go!
So I have not been really following the
It started to feel like 2011 again.
I was following the
It
first
started to
round.
feel- hey, bro, I gotta be calm. I gotta be humble.
Okay.
We gone. We out. We
Yeah,
out.
we out.
All right,
man.
so are y'all up or down in the series real
We
quick?
up 2-0. We got it. We got the first
All
two
right.
on the road.
Okay.
I'm trying to be calm. Please.
Okay.
All right, we
All
gone.
right. All right.
We gone.
All
I'm
right.
trying to be calm.
All right. Listen, real quick, Jay, thank you for coming on, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
We're gonna talk offline, but listen, take this free game in. We're not charging y'all for this. Y'all not gonna hear this anywhere else.
Free 99.
Free 99, and this is coming from men, right? So y'all out there listening, if y'all say, okay, well, I don't know where to find this content, you found it here, and you will continue to find it here because you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. So tune in 10:30 to 12, bi-weekly on Saturdays. Yeah, you're gonna be in for a treat. But we appreciate y'all watching the show. We will see y'all in 2 weeks. Happy Memorial Day. To all the armed forces. And we will see y'all in 2 weeks. We are out. Enjoy the weather. Y'all be safe. Peace. Thank y'all again.
All love. Appreciate y'all.